double take for today, just because, well, I guess I'm kind of in the mood for it right now, which is a good and a bad thing, because when you're in the mood to do something, it's great. Your emotions just kind of drive you in that direction. That's amazing. But kind of like that channel, a few channels that I've been watching, I'll mention that right now. A few channels that I've been watching that have been helping me, or that I think offer good advice, are Healthy Gamer, what's it called? Newel of Knowledge, and the ranch school one. I forgot it's what is it, Wicker, like that. The ranch school, you know, the guy with the beard and he has like his horses, always smoking his cigar. I forgot the name, but I'll include it in the description though. Those are 3 great channels that I've been watching recently, right? I know there's a few others. Actually, I've liked the fact that YouTube lately has been recommending smaller channels, which is good. It's nice to see other people working on their things. But those 3 channels are good. I'll include them in the description. But one of the things that Healthy Gamer, that the psychiatrist, what he says, I forget his name, but he says that, you know, even when you have motivation to do something and you just kind of feel that desire to do it and you do it, like that's fine and all, but in the end, you're still kind of not really in control of your emotions. What really matters, or of your actions, what really matters is that even when you don't want to do something, you're able, especially when it's something that you should be doing. Like I said, go to the gym, study, don't procrastinate, work on something that you have pending, whatever. He says that it's very important that you get up and you do those things, right? So that you take control of your emotions, not necessarily be controlled by your emotions. Because when you're controlled by your emotions, doing good or bad, it's not necessarily good. Why? Because you're not controlling your actions. It's always good to be in control of your actions, regardless of your emotions. Which reminds me of another word, equanimity. I think that's the name of the word, equanimity, which I'll double check it, but I'll add it in the description as well, which basically says I think it's something along the lines of being able to remain firm or grounded and emotionally, I guess, stable in the presence of challenges, you know, unforeseen events, things like that, which I got from that channel. I believe it's a Newel of Knowledge, something like that, but I'll include it in the description. Sorry, I would check it on my phone, but I'm using my phone to record it. But regardless, the one thing that I wanted to talk about was that when I was in church, and this was for Easter, so obviously it's been about 2 weeks ago, a little more maybe. But one of the things that the priest said during the mass, during the ceremony, was that, you know, Easter means new beginning, and that it's never too late to start anew, no matter how many times we fall. And I think that was a beautiful thing. I think that was a beautiful thing to hear, because, like right now, me, you know, I'm 26. I don't really have enough money for a home or anything like that. I have savings, but it's not really a lot, you know, only a few grand and whatnot, which is still something, right? And hey, I mean, last year I had to pay off at least $10,000 just because of the fact of a semester of school that I had to pay, a study abroad trip that I had to pay, just plus some other credit card debt or whatever that I had, because I wasn't really with like a stable job per se. And then I was still in school. I graduated. I finally got a job, which didn't really pay all that well, but it was still something, and that helped me pay off my things, right? Regardless, so now I'm in a position where it's like, okay, I don't owe any money, but I feel like with my career, like I said, I'm a mental health counselor at a hospital. I just feel like there's not really much opportunity for growth just staying there. Like, it's not like with a nurse, because I've seen the importance of nurses so much lately. And it's not like a nurse where with nurses, you know, you can still get these certifications, and you can do this, and you can pretty much go to any hospital, any floor and whatever, and you'll be necessary. You'll be necessary. With us, unfortunately, it's not that easy, and that's something that I'm realizing now, that with my degree that I got, I feel like it was a more like a soft degree. I think that's the way that somebody described it to me. Or it's not really specialized, right? So it's pretty difficult to, let's say, get a specific job with it that'll pay well, just because it's not really, I guess, the skills that you learn in school, I guess, aren't things that you can really apply in a position where it'll be more, I guess, necessary. I don't really know exactly how to explain it. You know, obviously nursing school is a lot more specialized with all the skills that you need, and it's so sought after that obviously that's why they pay good, and it's also a lot of hard work, right? But regardless, right now I'm in a position where it's like, you know, I feel like my career isn't really taking me places, and I feel that I don't really feel that sense of fulfillment or purpose, you know, when I'm there and everything. Yeah, I do get the opportunity to help people every now and then, but it's mainly the people that want to be helped, because sometimes we deal with patients that are just aggressive, violent, and all these other things where it's really difficult to help them. And more so when you're there with them, it's just kind of making sure that they don't harm themselves, and which is still a change, obviously, or still helping them, but it's also just kind of trying to be proactive not reactive, and make sure that you're keeping yourself safe. Because if they attack you, first of all, they tell you can't strike back, all these other things, and if for some reason you wanted to press charges against a patient that harmed you or anything like that, you can't. I mean, you can press charges if you like, but more often than not, they'll drop them because they'll just say claim insanity, and that's just the way things are, unfortunately. So right now, I've been struggling with the fact that I feel like I'm getting older. I'm in a career where I feel like I don't get compensated enough, and I feel that I'm not really learning many new skills, and I feel that I'm not getting compensated really to a degree where I at least can say, you know what, I can survive off of this. By no means, not at all. I feel that I have a bunch of other things, like I know a little bit of guitar, I'd say a little bit of singing, let's say. I know how to scuba dive, I'm a certified scuba diver. I know a little bit of handling firearms. I've been learning how to, I've been in an equestrian school, let's say, not a school per se, but I take lessons and everything. So I feel that I'm learning things here and there and everything, but realistically, I just don't feel that, that fulfillment there. And especially in terms of my finances, I just don't feel like I have it figured out at all. So it feels crappy, it feels crappy, and I know that it's probably something that a lot of people are struggling with nowadays. And so when they said that in mass, I thought, you know what, yeah, because it's difficult, so for anybody who's watching this and you feel like you're struggling with anything, whether it be school, work, or relationships, or nutrition, health, or any sort of addiction, whether it be drugs or I don't know, or video games, or whatever it may be, anything, right? It's never too late to try and get better, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, whatever, 50s, 60s, 70s, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's ever late to, let's say, redeem yourself, you know what I'm saying? So when they said that, it was kind of like a breath of fresh air, because sometimes we forget, and sometimes I get so caught up with this idea of time, where I'm running out of time, because I feel that, by this age I should have had everything figured out, and there's so much that we can still do in the length of our lifetimes, but that's the thing, we can do a lot more. But I also don't want you to get into this idea of later I'll figure it out. It's no, man, try to put in the effort now so that you can figure it out as you go. You might not, because if you just choose to wait, you might reach a certain age or something where you think okay, by now I could have done this, and then you realize, whoa, what have I been doing, and I feel like that's what's happened with me. I feel like I've been lazy. I feel like I've been procrastinating too much, and I feel like a lot of the things that I said I wanted to do, be more consistent in terms of posting videos, for singing or my guitar or anything like that, I feel like I really just haven't done that. I feel like I've been more consistent with these in a way, but at the same time I also see that these videos are a lot more bare bones than other things, than other people that include some editing and some music, maybe stuff like that. Maybe they're a little more eloquent with the way that they say things and everything. But again, I guess that starts going into comparison, which again, comparison isn't really good, because you can compare yourself to somebody that's worse than you and it can make you feel better, but then you compare yourself to somebody who's better than you, and honestly these things are quote unquote better, worse, whatever. But and obviously that's not going to be good. So in any case, it's a whole ordeal there. Regardless, so never too late to start. Like I said, Easter, new beginning. Never too late to start anew, whatever it may be. Look at every day. Be thankful for every day that you got, and just look at it as a day to try again. A day to try again and try to get yourself on track. And kind of like the last video that I posted, that I'll probably also post today. Don't be afraid of being uncomfortable. Don't be afraid of being uncomfortable, because that's just the way it is. And oftentimes, we have to be uncomfortable, and we have to go into these positions where we kind of face our fears and we face the nasty parts of ourselves so that we can truly get ahead. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to do it. Fear won't disappear. It's more so the courage that you have to improve on, right? It's like I saw a video today from the Rand School, again, I forgot the name of the channel, where he said that you can't eliminate fear, but what you can do is you change the reaction to the fear, right? And I do want to make a video about that. I'll probably just regurgitate some of the things that he said in his video in a shorter format, but I'll also add a few things from my own perspective and everything, maybe just from my own personal perspective in terms of dealing with fear and everything. So that being said, that's it. Just remember, think about new beginnings. Make sure that you don't stop trying. Just make sure that it's never too late to try again. Be careful and everything, but just try. You know what I'm saying? Try. No matter how many times you fall, like I said, it's never too late to start anew. And we can do better. We can do better, because I genuinely believe in abundance, and I believe that we can all reach the heights that we want to reach. So with that being said, best of luck. Try your best. Don't be afraid to try again. Understand that Change is going to be uncomfortable, and no matter the fear that we have to find the strength to overcome it. Because if we don't, then we'll probably lose ourselves forever. So be careful with that. But again, best luck to everybody, and I'm sure you all will get where you want to be. Okay. And this is from somebody who, again, is also still trying to figure it out. So, stay blessed and have a great day and do your best. Okay. Thank you.